his daughter is 6, 7.
Yeah.
That wasn't on purpose. That was not on purpose.
Welcome back to Beyond the Film podcast, where we talk movies, magic, and more. Today, we're going to be diving into the analysis of X-Men Apocalypse. As you know, we're getting prepared for Doomsday this whole season, watching all the Marvel movies we can up until the Doomsday premiere. So, today that's X-Men Apocalypse. We're picking back up in the X-Men universe after Days of Future Past, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And this movie also kind of picks up after that point.
Yeah.
After Days of Future Past, after X-Men First Class, but not before the first X-Men movie, where it's like Storm and Wolverine and
Well,
Jean.
yeah, we're kind of starting over now. Like,
yeah.
This is a whole new branch timeline, if we want to use MCU tactics.
Yeah, because it does kind of confuse me, where Jean is a young lady and she's like Phoenix, and then she's also, to be fair, I haven't seen Phoenix.
Don't worry,
we'll watch it.
Most likely. I'm pretty sure I put it in there. And that's so crazy because that was the one movie that I watched on that.
Yes, I remember. So for the ending of that movie, did it seem like it was
I don't remember.
Okay. Right.
I just remember, I think I literally just remember like the big climax ending. Like I just see her in red and wings. I just remember, yeah, Sophie Turner. That was it.
Okay, valid. But we're gonna run through the themes, artistic styles, some character relations, and our overall thoughts and feelings.
Yeah.
But speaking of our thoughts and feelings, what did you rate this movie?
I gave her a nice 4.5 out of 6. This is my favorite X-Men movie out of all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, it made sense. I wasn't confused. It was good storyline. The only thing was like that CGI. I feel like it got worse in this movie. Like, it's worse than the last movie, but we're 3 years after that movie, so like y'all didn't improve your skills.
They did improve it, and we can see right through the improvisation.
Yeah, and it was like, I just always feel like X-Men movies are so long, bro. Like, I looked and I was like, I still have an hour and 40 minutes left.
2 hours and 30 minutes, bro.
Like, why is it so long?
But the other movie that we're going to be talking about in 2 weeks from now,
it was long, but like you could sit through it.
Yeah, that one was also 2 hours and
I don't know, it just feels
30
different.
minutes. Yeah. Like, I think it's because in the X-Men movies, they have so many different pieces, so many different storylines going on at the same time that they're want us to perceive as one whole storyline. It's just, I don't know, it's all jumbled.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think this movie did the best job. Like, I'm not confused because, like I was saying, I feel like we're branching off to a new timeline. So like these are the new arcs of these characters. So everything that we know about their adult lives in the past aren't relevant anymore. Like they didn't exist.
Is that just like your own personal theory?
No,
or?
that's what happened. Because he changed the timeline, so now they're like new people, essentially.
From Days of Future Past.
Yes. Yeah. Because he came back and Scott was alive and Jean was alive in the end of Days of Future Past.
Yeah. But then that also makes me wonder, is this before Jean dies? Like, because Jean died as an adult.
Yes, it is, but it's different timelines. Like, we can no longer think of it as like the same thing. You know, It's like the different Earths. Like Earth 616 and Earth blah blah blah. Like, we're on 2 different paths now.
I guess my mind just can't convince itself that that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Because like I know that the X-Men universe is not operating within the same rules of the MCU.
It's because of how they built it up. Like, the way they performed this series was stupid.
And that's why I gave this movie a 2.5.
Great transition. Got it.
Because
that's valid.
It kind of, like, it did give cool background story for Storm, for Eric, and what's that? I don't even know Storm's real name. Like, I don't even think they said her name. This whole...
They didn't even say Storm either.
No, they didn't say Storm. Like, we can just assume that it's
one
Storm.
of the disciples.
She got white hair, platinum white hair, and she controlled
platinum white mohawk.
For right now. And yes, she can control the weather. Right. Who else is that going to be? And her eyes go white too. So it's like, that's of course Storm.
Yeah.
But also interesting character arc, to have her be from Egypt. To have her be Egyptian.
Right, I was like, where did this accent come from?
And where did they go? But also maybe that's why in the movie that we do see her in, like, she seems a little bit different. Like, like, is her mind operating on the same level? No, it's operating from her Egyptian past. Like,
or maybe she's just like an immigrant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's Egyptian and now she's in America.
Oh no, I meant like an immigrant in Egypt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because it didn't seem like she was, in a stable, happy, loving situation.
Definitely like a orphan.
Yeah. Jumping around, taking care of other orphans, stealing and stuff. But, yeah, I just think that this movie, how can I articulate this?
Articulate this semi-nicely.
There was just a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot going on, and I do always tend to look at the movies in their connection to the whole.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're not separate from the whole. It's supposed to be a part of this whole thing. That's why we got the Logan cameo in the middle of the movie and also with the end scene credit. Did you put those pieces together? So it's just, like, it's supposed to have meaning, but at the same time, it doesn't fully correlate to the movies that came before. And I understand that maybe at the time of making the first X-Men movies, they didn't really think it was going to go anywhere, so they didn't put too much thought into what was supposed to happen. But then on the other hand, it's like, you have the comics, so like, it's a whole blueprint for you. You could have also just went back to watch the movies to make sure that everything lined up. Like, it's just, like, things are too intentional for things to just seem so sloppy, so that's why it got the score it got from me.
Yeah, that's why I was saying off camera when we were talking. Like, I would watch a remake of the X-Men series. Like, I would watch with a creator who would, like, do it correctly.
Yeah.
Like, get the Russo's brothers to direct one of the movies or something. Like,
yeah, I just think that it has a lot of potential.
Yes.
And the storyline is really interesting.
And there's, like, there's infinite mutants you could create.
Yes.
Even though, like, we have the comics, but, like, there's so much you could do with this individual.
Like, even with Eric's daughter, that we get a small preview of her powers, she was controlling birds.
Yeah, I think her power is, like, animals in general, because she was talking to the deer earlier.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I think she's, like, Snow White type.
Yeah. And so, with that being said, let's jump into some of the themes that we saw.
The nitty and gritties.
Yes. I saw 3 overall themes.
Okay.
My first one being the concept of God. And I'm seeing that with Kurt. He's praying on the airplane. We also find him in a church.
Nightcrawler.
Yes, Kurt, Nightcrawler. Also just kind of like philosophical conversations about what it means to be a god and to follow a god. And like Apocalypse, his whole gist is being a god. Yeah. And then history repeats itself. And that's every X-Men movie. And I feel like that's something that they could also expand on with a remake. Just like not having it being the same thing, being the same fight every single movie.
Yeah, I know.
Do something different. Like, expand these characters, expand what matters to them. But I guess, it is a really heavy thing to have your whole identity always being a political conversation. So, so it's like it's a theme that is relevant consistently because history does often repeat itself, especially when we don't learn from our lessons.
Exactly. That's what my mom always said.
Yep. What themes did you see?
I think, like always, I take the overheading
so
art.
What's your one
of your
overarching?
theme. Yes. Mine was power.
Mm.
So basically, like, what is it? What will people do to gain it? Should you fear it if you have it naturally? You know, like Jean and whatnot.
Jean and Scott, even Alex from X-Men First Class, like,
and Charles, you know, when he was going through his little spat.
And even Charles, when he first meets Scott, Scott saying, "Hey, it doesn't feel like a gift," and Charles is like, "It never does at first."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and then just the quote from the very beginning: "Give someone power beyond imagination, and they may think that they can rule the world."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, basically, you know, we just be on the same wavelength. Like, I just summarize everything that you say.
A nice little bow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I am really curious to know what was Apocalypse's first power. Because he's been alive for over 1,000 years. And so it's like, what was his first power? How did he... I wonder if his power is like the whole body jumping thing. Because like
that would make sense for a first power.
Because you can't get that like.
I was sure like how the hell they got this kind of technology in BC, but like
it's magic, so just gotta say it's magic.
Yeah, I also
like with the gold going upward, there was just like it was so many things.
I also wonder now that you bring that up, like, is the mutation of living so long, getting all these powers, what made him look like how he did? Like, changed his, like, skin color and, like, the texture of everything?
That's definitely a good point. Because even when he put his essence into that younger body, he still got old, he still got blue, and he kind of, like, looked like how he did before, just a little bit younger. He didn't take on any qualities of that other person except for their powers. No,
like, physical features.
And, like,
the mutation.
Just the mutation. And I would have to assume that there was also no cognitive qualities that were transmuted as well, because, like, if he was constantly gaining new perspective, he wouldn't probably be this overarching
but dictator. Also maybe, like, all the people he took over, like, were his followers. So they all have the same, like,
worship you, and he's like just getting more and more of that.
Maybe if he had Charles, maybe it'd be a little different.
Maybe. Jumping into some artistic styles, like we already mentioned at the beginning of this episode, we pick up shortly after the events of Days of Future Past. I thought that Apocalypse's echo voice was a good effect on the creepiness of his character.
Yeah, it's a good, like, ooh.
Yeah, like, it definitely adds depth to his character, and, like, that also makes me wonder if it's all of the voices of the people that he's embodying. Like, yikes. What's going on up there? Yeah. But honestly, I feel like this movie is all about the plot. Like, it's all about the seeds that they're planting for later, providing a little bit of irony for those who have seen the previous movies. Like, in that one scene where Jean frees Logan, he's like, I gave him a little bit of his past, and Scott's like, wow, I hope that we never have to see that guy again. And, you know, we already know what happens between the three of them. I'll save my comments for that for the character relations. And then we also have, like, a little Phoenix cameo for Jean at the end of the movie when she saves the day. So
that no one else did a side-eye about. Like, y'all didn't see that? Y'all didn't see those wings?
But maybe they, you know, the adrenaline had them blinded to the whole thing.
Okay.
What kind of things did you notice?
Besides the CGI, which I mentioned earlier, I liked how they did the transitions in the scene. I feel like they're kind of, like, basic, like, the transitions. But I thought it was cool. I don't know how to explain it, but, like, just an example, if, like, they were talking about someone, like, oh, like, I wonder what he's doing now, and then they transition into, like, what he's doing. That's how all of the transitions were. So I feel like it was just, like, a good smooth rotation between like scene to scene.
Yeah, definitely nice seamless storytelling. So much so to the point where I didn't even like pick it up I feel like I would have picked it up more if it was bad versus like it just being so good and seamless. So thank you for mentioning that. Anything else you wanted to mention for artistic styles? All right. Well, let's jump into these character relations. So I kind of just did, overall like bullet points. I didn't really dive into any specific relationships necessarily. One thing that I did want to touch on from us just talking about it, it kind of adds a little element of creepiness to Logan's infatuation with Jean. Like, I don't know if it's a subconscious thing, like, hey, you saved me and like you're kind of familiar, but it's like interacting with her as a teenager and then like really trying to be all up in her business later on. And then like I would give Logan more grace that he doesn't remember her versus her more grace that she doesn't remember him. And also the fact that Logan is literally like hundreds of years old. So like there's only so much you can do when it comes to age differences there. Like as long as they're an adult at the time of an active relationship and like you weren't around grooming them, helping them grow up, like teaching them and all that jazz, like then I guess it's okay.
No, yeah, I think I put that in my side notes, but I definitely think the crazy age gaps in the X-Men series is something that is, maybe we just don't see it, but like I think that's something that needs to be talked about.
Talk about
because it's not like, yes, Jean and Logan, that scene was like a little bit too intense.
Yes.
For her to be a teenager, and it wasn't Logan. It was Jean.
Yes.
Like watching
looking
her.
At with the abs.
Yes.
And I'm just like, guys, is this really necessary?
This is a grown man by this time. Like, even if he wasn't hundreds of years old, he was probably...
He's still a grown man.
We could say, like, he's 30.
Yeah.
Like, she's still a teenager. She's younger than Raven.
Yes.
Like, and speaking of Raven, the age gap, even before, like, it was, looking at them young, the age gap between Raven and Eric...
has never changed.
Like, Eric is probably older than Charles, or maybe the same age. Raven has always been younger than them. Mm-hmm. Like, she was part of the younger crew on the first
X-Men First Class. She was part of the first class, and you guys are instructors.
Like, this is weird. Like, the age gaps in here are weird. And no one talks about it. Like, we don't... I guess also, to be fair... Back in the day, like, it was a different time.
Yeah.
Like, people didn't care as much or whatever.
But, like, when we get young Raven and when we get this, it's the 2010s. Like,
they're still, like, I think if it came out now, 2020s, then people would be like, ew, like, that's weird. But, like, back in the day, so many things, like, people just didn't care.
No, literally, because, like, thinking back to Pretty Little Liars... Well, nonetheless, there is a relationship between a high school student and a high school teacher. And like, he had just finished college or whatever, but she's like 16 years old.
And it was like romanticized
completely. Okay. Like, he does eventually get in some sorts of trouble. Yeah. And like, there are characters at the time that are like, girl, that's weird. Yeah. But nonetheless, like... It was still produced. It was still romanticized. Like,
yeah, and I feel like that was their favorite trope back in the day. Not gonna lie,
it was.
Like, it was mostly. I feel like mostly college. But still, even at that point, like, she's 18 and you're what, 25. Like,
and then, bro, like, even in the same show, the girl who was doing that with her English teacher, her daddy is a college professor who was doing something with one of his students. So it's like they really
it's okay.
They really do like
down.
That trope.
Yes.
Yeah, they really do. Yeah. Eric was taken from his daughter in the same way that he was taken from his parents.
I knew it was gonna happen.
The trauma circle.
As soon as she was like, "Are they ever gonna take you away from me?" And he was like,
like, yep.
You're never gonna see each other again. Like, you just set yourself up.
And, like, I thought it was going to be more of a, set us up to have another student in the future. No,
I thought Eric was gonna die, not gonna lie.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna kill both. One arrow, take them both out was crazy work.
Because she's kneeling down trying to
Yes,
calm her
yes.
down. They're all flustered. I just want to know why you still got your hand on the trigger like that. But
R.I.P. his wife and daughter.
R.I.P. his wife and daughter.
Like, I feel like his second villain arc was justified.
Yeah.
Because, like, he tried to be one of the people. Like, he tried to get along with humans.
And
all he did was save
somebody's life.
Bro. Like, he could have died.
And
like,
they're like, criminal!
Like, y'all some snitches, bro. Like, and also, to put into context, this whole time, he's been working with Meadow. And he hasn't threatened one of y'all once in 2 years.
Hasn't even touched his powers.
I feel like it was longer than 2 years. Sorry, I was thinking of 2 years for the next movie we're watching. Because his daughter is 6, 7. Yeah. That wasn't on purpose. That was not on purpose.
But yeah.
But in general, like, he hasn't done nothing to y'all in all these years. And now, whoop-de-doo, like, I thought y'all were friends.
Like, I thought y'all were cool. Like,
right.
He literally just saved this man's life. If it wasn't for him, he would be dead.
Like, if it was me, I would have...
And now he still is dead.
I would have at least asked him up front in person.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't snitch.
And be like, okay, bro, like, we don't want you around here. Like, you gotta go.
Something. Or, like, if I found out... Hold on. I'm trying to put it... Whoa.
Whoa.
Put it in perspective.
So, wait a second.
If I found out you were a criminal and you killed a bunch... Yeah.
I would call the police on
No.
you.
I would not call the police on you. I would be scared. Because you're a murderer.
Valid.
But I think my initial thought was just to distance myself.
Mm.
My initial thought wasn't to be a snitch.
Period.
I just would
Unlike
never
them.
see you again.
Yeah, just like, I gotta love you from a distance. Mm-hmm. Keep that over there. So yeah, because you gotta go on the run now. Because if they come asking, can't lie to them.
Exactly. I don't know nothing.
But, like, part of me does feel like... Okay, at first when I was seeing this, I'm like, I feel like these scenes aren't really needed. Like, this whole building up his character, like, he had this whole life and this, that, and the third, just to be shut down as the villain again. Like, this is another reason why it got 2.5 stars. Well, stones. Because it's just like, you build him up, you make him this whole complex character just for him to be this super base villain with our first X-Men movie. Same with Mystique. Like, at the end of this movie, she's an instructor. How does she become a villain at the first X-Men movie? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Because they're not the same anymore. She's not going to become... You got to separate it. Mm. She's not a villain anymore. And now that we're in this new timeline, like, okay. she's not a villain. The villain, Mystique, in the first movie, she had a different path. Like, that is what they told us. Like, she hung out with Eric, and they were besties for the resties, and they were doing shit. And, like, Eric never had a family in that time. Like, he never tried to be cool with the humans. Like, his wife and daughter never died. Like, that's completely separate. But I think he did have his son and didn't know about it.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be like, just his daddy. He will also be Wanda's daddy.
But I think now, because we were talking about it in, like, one of our uncut episodes, I think they cut out Wanda all completely. Like, they cut those scenes out. Because even watching this, I was like, maybe it'll pop up in this movie. No, I think they cut Wanda out completely.
Yeah, maybe they just wanted her for the MCU.
Yeah. But also, like, technically his name is Peter, or not Pietro.
Yeah. His last name is still Maximoff, but, like, maybe he a distant cousin or something.
Yeah.
But then that don't make no sense because then he popped up in WandaVision.
I think that was for, like, the fans.
Yeah, me too. But
also, I think maybe that was before they cut out Wanda's scenes. I don't know why they cut her scenes off.
It don't make sense.
No.
2.5 stones. Yeah.
But also, overall, I feel like Eric being his father in general is random.
Me too. Like, oh, maybe we can equate the fact that he controls metal and he's called Quicksilver, his hair is silver, but, like, that's such a stretch. Like, that's such a far stretch.
Like, it doesn't... Because in the comics, Doomsday is Wanda's father.
Oh, really?
Or mentor. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mentor. Never mind. Okay. Who is their... I got that wrong. So wait, who is their father? Now I need to know.
A poor, dead Sokovian man.
Oh, just like random people?
Yeah, that's what
well,
I'm thinking.
in the MCU.
Yeah.
Maybe let me put the comics.
But, you know, they always have pain as a constant source for his powers. I feel like he has one of the saddest villain arcs.
Eric?
Yeah.
1000, like, this man can never be happy.
Never. Him and Logan. And it's also very interesting to see... Well, I guess because, you know, you were saying you gotta separate it. It's different timelines.
Oh, yeah.
Blah,
Just
blah,
random
blah.
people.
But, like, if we were to compare Logan and Eric, you know, they both have very tragic lives.
His wife died.
Wife died, you know...
No family.
Tragedy after tragedy. Can't really settle down because people are going to be afraid of you. And he goes a completely different route. But he said that we can't compare.
But also, yeah, that's true. But I feel like in general, when you think about that, if, like, keeping it away from comparison, like, people, at the end of the day, they choose which way they want to go. Like, they choose if they want to have the villain arc or if they want to, like, take the trauma and turn it around and, like, be quote-unquote a hero. So I don't know if I would call Logan a full-blown hero in the beginning, at least. But, like, maybe when he joined the X-Men, you'd call him a hero. But, like, yeah, like, think of Peter Parker. Like, Tom Holland's Peter Parker. That could have been his villain arc story. But he still chooses to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know? It's just how you deal with the trauma. No excuses.
Period. None. But, yeah. Any other character relations you want to touch on before we get to the overall?
That's all you had?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get into it.
So we already talked about Eric. I do want to talk about Raven and, like, this is a new Raven. This new arc that she has. Because in this version, she's a hero. Like, these little mutants, everyone looks up to her. Like, even Jean, she looks up to her. Like, you're this hero, you're an inspiration to them. But I feel like Raven is still essentially kind of the same. Because she's like, no, like, I'm no hero. Like, the world is still fucked up. But, like, she's doing good things. So I feel like this movie gives us a chance to see Raven as Raven. Like, without the influence of a man whispering in her ear.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't
I guess you're really, like, that's really true about not being the same timeline. Like, the fact that she didn't kill that man really...
What man?
In Paris.
Oh,
that's what they were changing. They were trying to stop her from killing a man. Than making her first kill. Because that made her life go into a completely different direction than if she weren't to do that. And we see that play out. So, I guess that's pretty cool.
They're still good in her. She becomes a structure at the end. Yes. And then I put Scott and Jean because I feel like you have to talk about their relationship. Honestly, though, I don't really like Scott. I don't like young Scott. This man is annoying. Also, the fact when they were in, like, the prison cell or, like, when they were in the truck even, like, part of me was like, take your glasses off. Like, what do you mean you don't know how to get in? Take your glasses off. Like, you're making me so upset right now. And then at the end, you know he did? He took his glasses off. And it worked. Oh! Right. I don't know. Like, my powers aren't working. Like, I don't...
Like, maybe he thought if he were to take his glasses off, he would crash the plane and they would all die.
I guess. But, like, in the prison... Could have just took his glasses off. And then all they had to do was... You know, angle him. But yeah, I feel like Jean is pretty much the same in this movie and the other ones. Like, she's scared of her powers. I feel like that's why she can't control them.
Yeah,
she's scared of them. But I feel like Dark Phoenix is where we're gonna see the fact that her timeline is differently. But I feel like they're just showing us potentially her turning into Dark Phoenix just earlier than in the X-Men movies. So, I don't know. We'll see. I don't remember that movie, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
And then I just talked about Charles, and I find it interesting that they talk about how the overall goal for him was to blend the university, like, with humans and mutants. And I feel like that's really cool. I feel like that's a cool aspect, I guess, for the university. And I wonder why they never played that out. Like, why they never made it a reality. Even, like, when we got Into the Future with Deadpool. Like,
yeah, I was just about to mention that, where there's Juggernaut, and not Juggernaut, but Colossus and Megasonic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah, and, like, I feel like mutants and superheroes are more, like, well-known, maybe. Like, more normalized. Maybe they could have did it. But also, like, Charles isn't mentioned at all. Like, does he die in Dark Phoenix or something? Like,
no.
Does this man disappear?
I think that he dies in Logan.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, but I don't know where Logan is supposed to fit in the timeline.
Logan also, I didn't realize he died either.
Yeah.
Because I didn't watch that. Well, I tried to, and then I couldn't finish it.
Yeah. Oh, so that was a little bit of a spoiler for you in Wolverine and Deadpool Wolverine.
I was like, he died?
What do you mean?
When did he die?
I thought he was immortal.
No, literally.
I mean,
that's
why he's been alive for like 500 years.
But that's why I need to watch the movie, because I'm like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. He was just old.
Oh. Just died of old age?
I mean, he died of old age and, like, a big splinter going through his fucking abdomen. Excuse my language. Like, he got impaled by a tree trying to save children.
Oh, and he couldn't, like, recuperate like how he used to?
Yeah.
Oh. It's kind of lame.
It's not lame when you watch the movie.
Okay, I'll report back when we watch the movie. We'll probably watch it next season, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I have.
Okay. All right. So, overall thoughts and feelings. I was kind of feeling a little bit uncomfy when I saw Raven, like, in that super little skirt. Or super little dress in, like, the opening scene, and they panning up her legs, and, like, her cleavage is out, and all of this jazz. Oh. And it, like, got me feeling like, oh, like, you know, this hypersexualization is a little bit weird. But they really did turn it around when after she, like, used her body as a distraction to get where she needed to be, and then once she was, like, ready to be out of character, she was just, like, in normal clothes, and like her aesthetic is completely different. And I really appreciated that they didn't have this hypersexualization of honestly any of the female characters in this movie. Like, so I'm like, look at you
Good
guys
job,
go.
guys. Yeah, no, that scene I was just focused on Angel, and I was like, where do I know you from?
Yeah, the first class,
right?
When he was trying to take him off, and his daddy opened the door and he flew out.
Right. That's not Stryker's kid.
No.
Okay.
Stryker's kid is a telepath.
What happened to him?
I did think about him in this movie because he does get locked up because they're at the Weapon X facility. Yeah. But Weapon X is also, it's like a double entendre because it's 10. Logan. Yeah, but like it's also a Roman numeral for 10. And so he has 10 weapons. His first weapon was his son. Yeah. And he weaponized him at a really young age. Because I remember in X-Men origin stories, there were a bunch of other, like the other team members, they were numbers as well.
Yeah, and Deadpool. After Deadpool is 11, right?
Yeah, Deadpool was 11. Yeah, and he had all the combination powers, and his mouth was sewn shut.
Yeah, but they scratched that Deadpool when he killed him. So that arc is gone.
Yes, it is.
That was kind of funny.
But I think that telepaths, not even I think, but just like it's shown in this series that telepaths have a really interesting connection to just like the overall magical world. Like. Apocalypse is woken up and Jean's having nightmares of him burning the world down.
Yeah, the world literally being destroyed.
Yeah, and
as she's destroying the room because her brain is like
embodying that. Yeah, it's enacting her dreams, which is crazy situation. And we see it with Charles in some of the other movies too. Just things going on, and he's being impacted by it, and that's pretty interesting. Bro, also this is like the second time the school has blown up. Like, they should be so grateful to God that Quicksilver has been there every single time the school has blown up.
No, literally, because like, imagine the timing. You're welcome, bro. Like
he's showing up to, this is his second time showing up to the school, and he's like, dang, Do we do this all the time? Like, is it me? Am I the problem? Like, what's going on
But
here?
he wasn't quick enough.
Yeah.
Couldn't say that. Like,
That was kind of sad. Yeah. Like, that whole little monologue, just like, yeah, like, I'm so fast, but I always tend to be late. I'm like, dang.
But he was talking about his daddy.
He was talking about his daddy. But it just got me feeling like, dang, is he talking about anything more? Like, what's going on with this character? It's giving him this longing, stoic
I don't know. I
vibe.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out more when we rewatch Dark Phoenix.
Maybe.
But I also feel like they don't give us more.
Yeah, I feel like we don't get more of him.
Yeah.
Is here. Days of Future Past.
They never give us his character in freaking
WandaVision.
Ultravision.
Yes.
In Ultron, the man died. Like,
yeah, like they don't want us to know nothing about this Mr. Maximoff.
Mm-mm.
But yeah.
He's not the popular twin.
Sorry, man. And then yes, like I was saying, the end. Essex Corp.
Yeah,
that's the corporation.
What is that for?
I don't know. I don't think that it was mentioned in Logan. And when I did, because seeing them grab the blood, it immediately had me thinking like, okay, this is alluding to Laura, aka his daughter, who he's trying to save in Logan.
Oh, his stepdaughter. Or
yeah,
like adopted daughter.
Yeah, like whatever. But it just like got me thinking multiple questions, because this is in the 80s. She's not old enough to have been born in the 80s. Yeah. Like, she was definitely born in the 2000s of some sort. So, how many test runs did they do? Like, did they not do it right away? You know, like, multiple different questions. And I did look it up to see, like, if that end credit scene was in a connection to Laura. And it was confirmed by, like, the fandoms. So, I don't know, like, if it's, like, comic confirmed. But yeah, they didn't mention anything about the Essex Corp being mentioned in Logan. They mentioned another organization. So I'm like, interesting. I wonder if they just kind of dropped that plot too.
Maybe it's just a plot hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of your closing thoughts and feelings?
Only two things that we didn't talk about already.
Mm-hmm.
I am just curious why, like, no missiles anywhere was such a bad thing. Like, why are we all freaking the F out when like they're like no one has it.
Yeah.
And they're in space.
I guess what was more concerning is like, this is something that is out of the normal. Like, no one that we know of in power would just like let all the nukes go up into the sky. And that initial like holding your breath, clenching your cheeks, because all of the missiles are going off right now, and we don't know where they're going to land. But luckily, they only just went up into the sky.
Yeah, but then also, like, the afterwards of them being like, oh, they're already rebuilding missiles. Like, why didn't we take a second and be like, hey, let's have the UN, let's have a meeting, and, like, maybe we should keep it this way.
Yeah, because it's like, we couldn't destroy the nukes before, and now the nukes are just out of our hands.
Yeah.
But also, like, just because they're in space doesn't mean that they don't work anymore, like...
Yeah, but I don't think they'd impact Earth.
No, not that they would impact Earth. I'm more so thinking, like, those greedy butts wouldn't go up there and get them.
Oh.
But, like, I feel like they might...
I don't know, like, how...
Like, how would entering back into the atmosphere, like, I feel like you might just blow up.
Yeah, I also don't know...
Because you get hot.
I also don't know what, like, space would do to it, because there's no oxygen. Like, humans thinking, like, I think we freeze if we just go out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, maybe...
Yeah.
They, like, froze and they don't work anymore.
Maybe.
Yeah. But, and then also, this is, like, a side note, not kind of with the movie, but not really. I swear I've seen a transfer scene like that in a movie, and I can't remember what movie it was.
What transfer scene?
In the very beginning, when they transferred his mind or his soul. I call it soul transfer.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, and then, like, people trying to destroy it, and, like, I remember, like, the bricks catapulting down, but it was, like, it was a different group of people, but it was still Egyptian. And, like, I tried looking it up, but they just kept giving me X-Men.
Maybe it was something to do with Moon Knight?
I didn't think about that. Maybe. No, I have to look that up. Because at first I thought of Black Adam,
Mm.
but I watched the beginning and I was like, no, that's not it.
Yeah.
It's at a different beginning.
Yeah.
But if you know what I'm talking about, or if Meadow is correct and it was Moon Knight, let me know in the comments, because I'm really curious what it was.
Yeah. But that was our analysis of X-Men Apocalypse, guys. We are watching all of the Marvel movies, getting us prepared for Doomsday. If you've missed any movies so far, we will link our first and our second season for you guys to go check it out. So let us know what you guys thought about this movie. If you thought it was give it a 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5 or a 2.5 in stones. Let us know what you guys thought about this down below. We post on this channel every single week, so make sure you subscribe and have the notifications on so you don't miss out. We'll see you guys next time.